Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can S-double-E, cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet, one can S-T-O-P. You can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it. I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in. No, I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like I'm fasting. I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help.
It's week 2 of the NFL, and the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. He got his reps in last week, finishing with over 300 passing yards. It's the Chargers and the Chiefs on Thursday night.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, we're on to week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
You want to talk about a driven player partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Fortson. He's got it. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. With these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They run a draw here on second down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. DeAndre Carter back deep. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his 3rd season, it's Justin Herbert.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. This defense for the Chiefs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
3rd and 2, Herbert. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Herbert back to the air. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
And every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their 1st sack of the contest.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Here's Herbert. Under pressure, they got him again. Chris Jones, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their 1st drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. The Chiefs are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, That gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelce is complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
With every game, with every season, Travis Kelce, he just confirms his greatness. Streak of 1,000-yard seasons is now up to 6, and he's made 7 straight Pro Bowls, and his numbers have ranked him among the best tight ends to have ever played in the NFL. Another first down right there to add to his career total.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's a 2nd and 7. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Tough to imagine any team wanting to give a player like this up in a trade, but I know they're happy to have it.
It is amazing, isn't it? But we have seen big-time guys change teams. Jimmy Graham, Brandon Marshall, and their new teams are really excited to have them because they provide big-time targets.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here's 2nd and goal. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive.
And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They're leading right now and on the heels of that victory last week against Arizona. 1st and 10 as they start this drive. On play action, they'll throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Hands it off out of the gun. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll hand off here to Eckler. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And the Chiefs are going to get him. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many.
Movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. Maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Here's Mahomes, his first throw since coming in. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And down he goes again, a bevy of sacks in less than a half. But this defense is still losing the game. They've got to fix something because there should be no excuse for losing with an effort like this on that side of the ball. They need to take advantage when their defense is generating this kind of pressure so early in the game.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. L.A. readies for its next possession. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3-and-out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Throwing on 2nd and 14.
Herbert, the quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes throwing left side here, and it's complete. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Mahomes eluding the pressure. Scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to get the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Mahomes now on 1st down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
On 2nd and inches, Mahomes over the middle, it's complete.
And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
Now it's Mahomes again. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Herbert on 1st down now. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen.
And they will get the 1st down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
The final shot before the break for... Quick hitter here, it's complete. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down. It won't be, and he got 3 barely, but the mark shows 1st down.
Another nice job there defensively. They've had him bottled up throughout this game. They used their scouting really well, but they've executed even better throughout this game. Their job now, don't relax, and all of a sudden, give them a chance to break off a big one.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. From the 50, here's Herbert. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 34. third down. Here's Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Chargers are back within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 13-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 41, Mahomes. Looking middle, and that's complete. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Now they'll run on the draw. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From midfield, here's Mahomes.
And hitting Juju on the slant.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 39. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Uncovered downfield for the completion.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, wide open receiver, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jeremiah Tauchu able to put an end to that play, and in so doing puts an end to this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. Butker's kick here is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7.
So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to the guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Back to the air, Herbert on 2nd down.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Herbert. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. Herbert into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Chiefs will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and we'll pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going right side here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's second. To throw, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket trying to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And partners, we know to be number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. The interception was a great